Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ohio Winter League Series number 8 at Panther 335 in McComb, Ohio. Right in the middle of town. This is a beautiful little park. Train track runs along the course. Baseball diamonds, many holes of disc golf. If you're anywhere in kind of northern Ohio, Indiana, southern Michigan, this is a great place to take a day trip to play some disc golf. Great facilities, restrooms at the park, really nice. We are going to be watching round 1 back 9 coverage from myself, Greg Jersick, and from Six Sided Discs' own James Lawrence as well. And we are also going to be sponsoring a CTP mystery box here on hole 16. It's a par 3, 253 feet next to the train through the double mandatory fences there. Looks a lot like the triple mando from USDGC. And we pick up the action on hole 1. We started our round on hole 10. James is 5 down through the first 9 holes, and I am at even par. And James is throwing a great shot with his buzz there on hole 1. It's a par 3, 189 feet. And I'm going to go with my K3 CAC Z, and I'm trying to put it on hyzer, and I threw it flat the wrong direction. Way behind the basket, way down the hill. So now I'm looking at this to just try and get up and down at this point. And you know what? It was a way better effort than I thought it would be at the time, so I'm not upset. I'll take my par. Let's see if James can cash in. And that is another birdie, and he was hot on the front 9, and he is starting off the back 9 the same way. Little uphill 15-footer.
Nice putt.
And I'm in for par. We move on to hole 2.
Yeah.
Hole 2 is, for some reason, a par 4, 291 feet. James has got the buzz again. He's been throwing the buzz all around. And the trees kind of kick him down with a nice look for eagle. Again, the pars are pretty soft on this course, but we're not playing the course. We are playing the field. So, kind of regardless of whether the par is high or low, we're just trying to score better than the rest of the field today. I'm going with my Mentor Thumber and crashing into those same trees.
Beautiful.
And while I'm close, this is a really, really obstructed lie. I'm just trying to find anywhere I can get kind of a clear shot. There's 7 or 8 trees here in front of me. I'm standing in a bush. And just trying to see, can I straddle out this way? I've been really uncomfortable with this kind of hyzer putt line that I'm looking at there. So I'm not feeling confident with that. I'd prefer kind of an anhyzer deal. And I mean, what a struggle. And maybe all of a sudden I'm thinking, wait a minute, maybe I'm Brody Smith.
I'm good with it.
Maybe I can just scuba it. And it turns out I can, and that feels great. After my front 9, let's see it again. You know, it might be a soft eagle, but an eagle feels good, so I will take those 2 strokes under par any day. And James shows you how to not throw your disc into a bush with 6 trees in front of you on the green. And he cashes in that same eagle. We're on to hole 3, and Matt is showing us the line here. The basket's tucked in the woods, and we're throwing from the woods, but we've got kind of a backhand, right-hand, backhand line that we can aim for. And this is the gap. I mean, boy. Let's see what we can get through there. Oh, and James just catches a little bit of a branch, but I think it's still going to push far down the fairway towards the basket. It's only 186 feet. I'm going with my streamlined flare, very overstable, and I pull the right side of the gap, branches a little bit, and still got through, and we're going to have some looks.
Looks like it.
And I think just as I'm kind of straddling to the left to give myself a better line, I'm thinking about how much I've not enjoyed my straddle putt lately, and the straddle putting woes
You gotta
continue.
call ahead to get permits before you travel, right?
Dude, I do.
Make sure the bridges are low enough.
James with a better look, more open look. And somebody
it.
get a hose because this man is on fire. 9 down through 12 holes.
Good putt.
The putt is looking good. The buzz is flying well. He's given himself opportunities, and he's capitalizing on those. And apart from throwing that one disc in the reservoir, he is looking great. I clean up my par. We move on to hole 4. Also a very short par 4. Probably because of this little dog leg to the right for a righty backhand is a little uncomfortable, but James peers that gap. And I'm going to be throwing my Castoplast Sphe understable mid-range. Again, just trying to make the gap here. I'm comfortable kind of throwing this on a little hyzer, flip up, turnover. Assuming it's dry. And it's got the shape I wanted, but just hugged that left side and didn't get it high enough, so it cut rolls. But I'm looking at the basket. And, you know, I don't know how easy it is to hear it here on the video, but the wind was really picking up as the temperature warmed up throughout the day. The wind really starts to kick up. Again, same thing with James's putt, just kind of gets caught by the wind. So we're both tapping in a birdie, which feels good, but we know it could have been an eagle. So green on the scorecard never looks bad. Hole 5, par 3, another one of these kind of short hyzer shots through a small gap. And James has been throwing his buzz and his new Big Z Luna all day, and that one just a little too straight maybe. Might have gone slightly long, but he should be able to see the basket. I'm going to try more of a overstable shot with my A1. And threw it way too low.
I think it's so stable.
And that facial expression tells you everything you need to know about how I felt about it.
I won't.
And, you know, after my kind of mental struggle on the front 9, you know, I think I've done a good job so far with these weird lies on approaches and putts on the last couple holes because I was so frustrated over the first 9 holes, and I just kind of convinced myself, you know, there's no need to be that frustrated. This League Series event will drop your lowest scores at the end of the season, and it'll count your top 5 events. So if this was my worst event, it wouldn't matter unless I was going to shoot my best event. So I think that helped me settle down a little bit, and I'm feeling a lot better now on this back 9. James cashes in another birdie, and he is 11 down now. 6 down on the back 9 already.
Nice.
And I'm a full 8 strokes back of him at the moment, which may be important for context later. James is ripping on his trace on hole 6, which is a par 4, 434 feet right around the dam here. And that shot was about a good 370 feet uphill around the bend. I'm going to go for a roller with my Sunbird and lay it down just between the mozzarella sticks there. And I'm in the fairway. I didn't get far, but I got down there. And I'm just trying to laser an upshot against this wood wall.
Nice.
And it just about worked out. I got lucky, little skip roll back towards the basket. And James is going to go with his get freaky zone. Or no, I guess he's got his Luna. And then he's going to change his mind and go for the zone. Skies it up a little bit, but can it make it? Oh, it's just barely, just barely. It is right in front of me where I'm standing, but he has made it up onto the platform where the basket is. And that's a confident putt.
Authority.
4 down now.
It's fine.
Oh, and James had such an awkward stance. We talked about his stance there for a while, trying to figure out, was it legal? Was it, you know, whatever. I mean, it was really complicated. At the end of the day, he missed the putt, but we move on to hole 7, par 3, and I'm throwing the thumber just to try and build some confidence because I haven't been feeling confident in a lot of my shots, and I'm pin high looking at the basket. James has got the Christmas buzz again and throws another great turnover, looking at the basket as well. And the wind just never let that get anywhere near the basket. It pulled it off of the line to the left and curled it quite a ways off. And finally the sun's coming out. Oh, and that's close. Really close to a birdie. And, you know, these birdies at this point are feeling pretty good. I'm just happy to be scoring on a very scoreable course. Oh, my. And that is going to be, I think, only the second bogey of James's round so far. And he's back to 10 under. I'll clean up my par from short range, and we'll move on to hole number 8. Hole number 8 is a par 4, 313 feet. It is uphill quite a ways. Not super long, so still kind of a soft par 4. I would say it should be a par 3. And we're just trying to throw a hyzer that sticks up on the hill there. And if it doesn't, it's going to roll at least 100 feet away from the basket. I'm throwing my Mystery Box Black and Gold Enigma. And I stuck it, and I'm pumped.
Very nice.
James has got a lot more power than me, so he's going to be ripping on his Halo Wraith. And just crushing it up the hill.
Where to go?
What a monster.
Thank you. Thank you. What was that one? Race.
Great shot, James. All right. Uphill, eagle look from about 50 or 60 feet.
Let's go. Come
And
on.
that was such... I can't explain to you how I made the putt. I was just trying to get close. And maybe the best shot I've ever made on camera by far. And boy, am I excited. And this, I think, is a great kind of mental turning point for me, because that is cashing in. A lot of people are going to take par or worse on this hole if they get a roll away. So that felt good. And here, James and I are having a conversation. I apologized for big putting him there. And then I rescinded my apology because it was such a good putt. And this is the wind we're dealing with up on this hill. The hill for this reservoir is kind of the tallest thing for miles around. So the wind up here is just ripping. You see the towel on James's cart behind him. And so he's going to take a birdie, but that birdie feels like a par or worse after I cashed that eagle putt. We're on to hole 9, par 3, 125 feet. Very downhill, very short. You can go straight at it, or you can throw your flare straight up in the air and straight back down. So James is saying, I'm just going to throw my Luna right at it. And, you know, that's really not a bad result. I guess you could just kind of throw under this tree and you'd bounce close to the basket. James is going to cash into birdie for 12 under, and he has the hot round through the first round by some distance. And I'm going to try and convert to take myself to 7 under. And that feels great. I have actually matched James on the back 9, stroke for stroke. We're both 7 down through the back 9. James finishes again at 12 under for round 1. I put together a great back 9 at 7 under, and that's going to do it for round 1. 2 more videos to follow with the consecutive pickup of round 2, front 9 and back 9. We thank you all so much for watching, as always. I know a lot of people have been commenting about seeing some coverage from local courses, so we appreciate you tuning in for that. Share it with your friends. And if you're not from the area, please consider getting out here to check out some of the courses that we've been to around Ohio. They are looking fantastic. It's been so much fun to participate in the Winter League Series. Thanks for joining us for event number 8, round 1. We'll see you for round 2 tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Six Sided Discs. Check out our website. We got a ton of new stuff hitting the website here at sixsideddiscs.com over the next week. We'll see you in the next video.